So I was farming. I farmed Sam's grandparents' ground. Papa John passed away a couple of months ago, but I was farming, and the neighbor just across the road had just passed away, and it was Burton.
Yeah.
And I don't know if there's ever been a man that worked harder than Burton on his farm, on his ranch. He was a rancher. It is the only thing he lived for. Like, well, I shouldn't say, that's unfair to say. It was his life. His ranch was his life. And I was sitting there, and Burton had passed away, dude, not even within the last couple of weeks. And I believe I was planting. I might have been harvest. I don't remember. I was doing something. I was planting or harvest on that farm. It's just across the road. And it kind of re-zeroed my thoughts. Were back to, okay, Burton worked his entire life to build this, and Burton is gone.
Mm-hmm.
And Burton's cattle are still grazing that hillside.
Right.
That grass is still growing. The sun is still rising. The rain is still, raining. And I'm sitting here and I'm like, I don't know, dude. It was a very surreal moment in my life because I really was like, what? It makes you wonder, what am I doing here?
Well, my dad has said that before, because I got wound up about something, and, if something would happen to any of us, it would still happen. The farm would still get farmed, and it would still happen.
Mm-hmm.
Whether you're really not that.
The ground will be farmed.
Yeah,
the rivers
spinning.
will still run. Yeah. So it's a matter. It's like obviously none of us are here forever,
right.
Sure.
and so
Don't want to be.
No.
yeah, right.
Yeah.
I'm going to check out right here, but it's a matter of what are we going to do when we're here,
Right.
and then. Hopefully we get to the end. And I don't know. I told my dad this last harvest, I said, Dad, why don't you just pop a chair out and sit under, just hang out and watch. The boys are riding in the combine, grandkids and whatever. I hope like the pinnacle of life is watching my boys farm, and I can sit back, I can step out of the operation, nothing skips a beat.
Mm-hmm.
It rolls and it rolls well, and I can watch it happen. I'm done.
For sure.
I'm done.
For sure.
And I don't know. That's protecting our farms. What are we doing that's protecting our farms and our operations? And I don't know. I think a lot of it is not focusing on growth necessarily as prioritizing, doing the best that we can with what we have before we add new things on.
To me, everybody has a different deck of cards. How are you going to play those deck of cards?
Yeah.
But like you say, for us, most of us, it's just kind of maintaining, making it better, but just, maintaining.
Sure. Because, dude, if we do a good job maintaining, that's a full-time job. It really is.
Yep.
And there is a lot of money to be made in things that we otherwise would overlook because we were too big, going too fast. It's like, man, what if you slow down a little bit, you start to see things. I could fix that area. That drainage area. I could update my pivot to where maybe it's more efficient.
Well, yeah.
Things like that.
Jake and I had this conversation on the way down here. Sometimes less is more.
Oh yeah.
We're not in the heart of the irrigated country, but we got a lot of pivots. It is cutthroat cash rent around our neck of the woods. And, it's like, why? Why do you want to go rent that and just work for nothing?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. That's my saying. I love farming, but I don't love farming enough to do it for free.
Oh, right. You just,
I don't,
it just business wise, it just doesn't make sense.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's just the acres.
But that's
game.
putting emotion in it.
It is.
Absolutely.
It's taking the
You don't
business
wanna
side out of
lose.
it,
No,
putting emotion.
You don't want to lose
But
to a poor neighbor.
Sometimes those are good life lessons.
Absolutely.
Even for us back to the estate, you never grow spiritually or as a person or whatever when you're on top of the mountain.
Right.
It's always down in the valley.
Yeah.
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 You know.
Absolutely. And it's funny because I was having this talk with I think it was Aaron not that long ago. It's like, man, today's problem 5 years ago would have killed me.
Yeah.
Right? But today's you know, but today's problem 5 years from now will probably seem like a walk in the park.
Mm-hmm.
And so, but everyone walks through that in life.
Yeah.
Everyone has trials that 5 years ago it would have killed them. 5 years from now, it'll be a breeze. And it's funny because
Choose your hard.
yeah, it's funny because as we as a human race continue to multiply and die and you know everything else, it's like it's just no one's walk gets easier.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't. Everyone has to walk their own walk, and I don't know, man. It's part 2 of this is what would myself now tell myself 10 years ago if I could do that? You know, my 30-some-year-old self tell my 20-year-old self, hey, let's sit down for 10 minutes and talk. You know, what would that look like? And so anyway, Kirk, we're out of time. Yeah, Kirk's over here is like, speed it up. So I'm going to cut it, and we're going to go to part 2 of Protect Our Farms. So anyway, Jake, Joe, Ethan, appreciate you guys. Thank you so much.
Thanks for having us.
See you on the next one.
See you on the next podcast.
Guys, if you've liked the information that you've seen so far, go ahead and check out the full-length podcast on our YouTube channel. Be sure to subscribe there. It's also on all the major podcast platforms. We're constantly dropping info and more content on all the social media platforms, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, etc. Check it out for a lot more content